You blinked!
I'm not doing this.
You blinked!
Tim.
The blink only counts if your opponent is staring you in the face.
Then tell Marshall to stop cheating.
Marshall, stop cheating.
I'm not even playing this stupid game, for the love of...
It's from the Commander's Liaison.
Greetings, gentlemen. The Commander has a new plot hole for you to look at.
Well, plumbering plumbing? Plumbering? Policing plot holes is what we do.
So, what's the plot hole this time?
Matchstick Men, starring Nicolas Cage.
Not the beast! Not the beast! No! Not the beast! Ah! Ah! My eyes! My eyes! My eyes! Ah!
That's Wicker Man.
Oh, so what Nick Cage movie is this?
Matchstick Men is a 2003 movie directed by Ridley Scott. Nicolas Cage is an OCD-stricken con artist. Sam Rockwell is his partner. Together, they try to con Bruce McGill out of a large sum of money. And Alison Lohman is in the movie.
So who does Alison Lohman play?
She plays Cage's daughter, which is what the movie is really about.
Could you explain that further, please?
Nicolas Cage left his ex-girlfriend 14 years ago, who was pregnant at the time. After he suffers a major panic attack, his psychiatrist suggests that he looks up the child he never knew. So basically, the movie is about Cage adjusting to being the father of a teenage girl.
I see. So the con against Bruce McGill is just a MacGuffin.
Oh, don't say that word. You'll open up a can of worms.
Right. I don't think any of us wants to go fishing.
So, what exactly is the plot hole?
The plot hole only comes into play after the twist at the end.
Twist, huh? Gentlemen, once again we will be dealing with spoilers. Are we insured?
Yeah.
Yes. This video has a warning in the description.
How meta. So what is the twist at the end?
The twist is that Alison Lohman is not Nicolas Cage's daughter. She is working with Sam Rockwell, Bruce McGill, and the psychiatrist in an even bigger con to get Cage to trust someone enough to reveal the access code to his safety deposit box.
Then Sam Rockwell tries to rip off Nick Cage's fortune. It's so simple.
Wait, no it's not. It's needlessly complicated.
I see. So the plot hole is... Why don't you tell Peter and Marshall what the plot hole is?
The plot hole is that Sam Rockwell's entire con would have been blown if Nicolas Cage had simply called up his ex-girlfriend. The ex was the only thing that was real in the whole thing. One call, and Nicolas Cage realizes that Alison Lohman is not who she says she is.
I take it he never does call.
Well, he does call one time on the advice of his fake psychiatrist, but he chickens out when she answers the phone.
So Sam Rockwell is the luckiest guy on Earth.
Yes. Gentlemen, you have your plot hole to fix. Any other questions?
Who plays the fake shrink?
Bruce Altman.
And the Incredible Hulk is...
Bruce Banner.
Right, I get those confused sometimes. Have you ever beaten a man up with his own clothes?
No.
So you're not a dangerous liaison?
Report back when the plot hole is fixed, gentlemen.
So, gentlemen, the plot hole is twofold. 1. Nicolas Cage never calls his ex. 2. Sam Rockwell's entire elaborate scheme depends on Nicolas Cage never calling his ex. But the only precaution Rockwell takes against this is having Lohman tell Cage his ex doesn't want him to call.
Plus, Cage is being constantly placed into situations where anyone would call, no matter how afflicted with OCD they are, or how painful talking with his ex would be.
Like when Lohman stays out all night and Cage just stays up waiting for her, becoming more and more agitated. He never thinks that she might be at her mother's?
And if Sam Rockwell doesn't want Nicolas Cage to call his ex, then why does the fake shrink, who is in on the con...
And who is not the Hulk?
And who is not the Hulk... why does the fake shrink tell Nick Cage to call his ex again?
Why suggest someone do something you don't want them to? I mean, that's an awful big risk.
Most illogical.
I think I have the answer. Nicolas Cage is...
Nicolas Cage has not been dead from the beginning.
Then I've got nothing.
Still, is this a genuine plot hole? I mean, while it's extremely questionable that Nick Cage never calls his ex, it isn't inconceivable.
I don't think Sam Rockwell and his crew would have attempted such a complex con that relied so heavily on dumb luck.
I don't know. Sam Rockwell is one tricky devil.
Devil. That's it! Sam Rockwell is Satan!
No, I was just saying he's a smooth operator, not Satan.
No, he is. Go with me on this. People look at this movie as if it's a standalone story. It's actually the third part in a trilogy. The first part is City of Angels, the second part is Drag Me to Hell.
I'm still listening. For some reason.
Wasn't Drag Me to Hell made after Matchstick Men?
The films were released out of sequence.
They were filmed out of sequence too.
Exactly.
Why?
Because...
To create confusion.
Yeah, we don't want to make things too easy, do we?
Nothing is ever easy with you people.
That's the spirit. So the explanation is that Nicolas Cage is an angel who became human and then lost the love of his life, Meg Ryan, which was so traumatic that he blocked out the memory, and his mind created the persona of a con man with OCD and misophobia.
Uh-huh.
And at the end of Drag Me to Hell, Alison Lohman gets dragged into hell. Once in hell, she makes a deal to get out of hell with Sam Rockwell.
I take it the deal is that she has to pretend to be Cage's daughter?
So he can con Cage out of the access codes.
That explains why Cage never calls his ex. Rockwell uses his evil satanic powers to control Cage's mind.
And if Rockwell can control Cage's mind, then why doesn't he just make Cage tell him the access code to the security deposit box?
Okay, he doesn't control his mind per se, he just influences it.
And why does Satan need an angel-turned-con man's money?
Wait, I know! It's the same reason God needed a starship!
What does God need with a starship?
That wasn't God. That was some alien creature pretending to be God.
Are we covered for that spoiler?
Of course, no one would click on this video without watching Star Trek V first.
Uh-huh. And Satan needs Nick Cage's money because...
He needs his money because
He has to pay off his student loans!
Yes! Satan has to pay off his student loans.
Seriously? That's what we're going with?
Well, he could need the money because he's Satan, he needs money.
Why don't we entertain, just for a moment, the theory that Sam Rockwell is not Satan?
Okay.
And maybe we can also say that Matchstick Men is not part of a trilogy with City of Angels and Drag Me to Hell.
That's true, then maybe Cage's ex was in on the scam.
And then it wouldn't have mattered if Nick Cage called anyway, because then she would have just went along with the plan.
True, except that after the con works, Nick Cage does go to see his ex, and she explains the pregnancy ended in a miscarriage.
That's right.
But what if she's just super committed to the role?
No, I think it more likely that in the event Cage called his ex and found out about Lohman, Rockwell would have just gone on to Plan B and used the fake shrink to somehow get the access code.
I guess that works.
I still think Sam Rockwell is the devil. And I just thought of the answer to it all.
Cool.
Alright. Go ahead.
Sam Rockwell has rigged Cage's phone so that anytime Cage tries to call his ex, the call gets rerouted to someone pretending to be his ex. And this way, Lohman's cover is not blown.
And how is Rockwell rerouting the calls?
With a satellite.
He has a satellite now.
Yeah, he's in cahoots with NASA. They're funding his expedition to Mars, and that's why he needs Cage's money to pay them back.
Why does Satan want to go to Mars?
It's because it's the red planet. He wants to live somewhere where his clothes don't clash.
That settles it. Nothing left to do but to report back to the liaison.
Whatever.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me.
Do you have the solution?
We do. It's because
Sam Rockwell doesn't want his clothes to clash.
Well, it was better than your last mission.
Wait! We can't end it like this. Like, we're gonna end it this lazily and stupid on a line like that. Why don't we just end it like one of those Ridley Scott Blade Runner voiceover endings?
After the whole con went south, I found myself working in a carpet store. It was alright, I guess. Getting used to honest work was very different than being a con man, but my partner and the fake shrink treated me out of my money like 2 scenes ago, so what can you do? Anyway, one of the customers turned out to be the girl pretending to be my daughter. She was dating that guy from Dollhouse, you know, the computer nerd. The 2 of us finally got to talk, and it was awkward. Maybe, in those last moments, she loved me more than she ever had before. Me. All she wanted were the same answers the rest of us wanted. Why did I con that guy out of money? Who am I gonna con out of money next? All I could do was stand there and sell her a carpet. Oh, but I married that chick from the grocery store and knocked her up. So that's kinda cool.
Matchstick Men and you. Mirages of Matchstick Men and you. All I ever see is the...
Have you ever been dragged to the sidewalk and beat until you pissed blood?